Did Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade really break up? We've got the truth to the rumors. Recent speculation has been swirling that the Saltburn actor and the YouTuber have called it quits.
It's officially over. After 4 years of the most chaotic on and off relationship in young Hollywood, Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade have called it quits for good. People magazine dropped the exclusive bombshell on August 7th, 2025, confirming what fans had been speculating for months. The couple recently decided to call it quits. But here's what nobody else is telling you. This breakup was years in the making, and the real reason behind their split will completely change how you see their entire relationship.
I was still getting surprised on Tuesday.
Yeah, well, I bet you won't be getting surprised tonight.
Ow!
Because what looked like a fairy tale romance was actually a masterclass in toxic patterns that nobody wanted to admit. Let's rewind to where it all began, because the seeds of their destruction were planted from day one. December 2021, Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade were spotted getting coffee together in Los Angeles, looking cozy and completely smitten. The timing was suspicious. This was just 1 month after Jacob's very public split from supermodel Kaia Gerber.
Damn!
Red flag number 1, he was clearly rebounding, but nobody wanted to see it. The coffee shop photos went viral instantly. Here was the euphoria heartthrob with a controversial YouTuber whose parents had just survived the college admissions scandal. It was an unlikely pairing that had everyone talking. They kept things deliberately low-key, avoiding red carpets and public declarations of love. At the time, it seemed romantic and private. Looking back, it was the first sign they knew this relationship couldn't survive public scrutiny. By May 2022, outlets were reporting they were officially dating. Sources close to the couple gushed about their connection, calling it genuine and refreshing, but behind the scenes, cracks were already forming. Jacob was at the height of his euphoria fame, traveling constantly for work. Olivia was rebuilding her brand after her family's scandal. They were two people in completely different phases of their lives, trying to make something work that was doomed from the start. Then came the first breakup, that should have been the last, August 2022. Multiple sources confirmed to People magazine that Jacob and Olivia had split. The reason? Neither was ready for something serious. Translation, Jacob wasn't ready to commit, and Olivia wasn't ready to accept being someone's casual fling. But here's where the toxic pattern began. Instead of staying broken up like mature adults, they couldn't stay away from each other. Within weeks, they were spotted together again, not officially back together, just hanging out and remaining friendly. This is textbook on and off relationship behavior. The inability to fully commit or fully let go. They were stuck in relationship purgatory, too addicted to each other to end it, too incompatible to make it work. But then came what everyone thought was their redemption arc. Summer 2023 looked like their golden era. June brought a romantic vacation to Italy that had paparazzi going crazy. The photos were straight out of a romance movie. Jacob and Olivia looking completely in love, sharing intimate moments on the Amalfi Coast. For a brief moment, it seemed like they'd figured it out. July 2023 was the relationship milestone that had everyone convinced they were endgame. Olivia brought Jacob home to meet her parents, Lori Loughlin and Massimo Giannulli, on a family trip to Idaho. This wasn't just casual dating anymore. This was family integration. Sources told People they were officially back together and getting serious. The photos from that trip showed Jacob fitting seamlessly into the Giannulli family dynamic. But here's what nobody realized at the time. Meeting the parents wasn't a sign of commitment. It was Olivia's desperate attempt to force permanence into a relationship that was fundamentally unstable. When someone keeps breaking up with you, introducing them to your family doesn't fix the underlying issues. It just raises the stakes and makes the inevitable next breakup even more devastating. The cracks started showing again in early 2024, but this time they got better at hiding them. January 2024 brought a wave of breakup rumors that had fans panicking. E! News released a video titled, "Did Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade really break up? Here's the truth," where they cited sources confirming the couple was still together despite reports. Entertainment Tonight followed up with their own segment called Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade Still Going Strong Despite Reports of Breakup. But here's The thing about constantly having to deny breakup rumors, it means people can sense something's wrong. When a relationship is solid, there aren't constant whispers about splits. The fact that multiple outlets felt the need to debunk separation stories throughout 2024 proves that even their inner circle could feel the instability. The beginning of the end started with Olivia's move to Paris in July 2025. She posted a YouTube vlog where she seemed excited about this new chapter. "I hope you love my first Paris vlog," she wrote, calling it a formative time. On the surface, it looked like a fun adventure. In reality, it was a woman putting an ocean between herself and a relationship that was slowly killing her spirit. The timing wasn't coincidental. Olivia moved to Paris right as Jacob was entering his busiest career phase. He had multiple projects lined up, press tours to attend, and a social calendar that didn't include flying to Europe every weekend. Her move was either a test of his commitment or an escape plan. Either way, it was the beginning of their final chapter. But the moment that sealed their fate happened on August 5th, 2025, at Cara Delevingne's birthday party in Los Angeles. Jacob showed up looking carefree and single, surrounded by friends, and notably without Olivia by his side. But here's the detail that everyone missed. Kaya Gerber was also in attendance. His ex-girlfriend, the woman he dated right before Olivia. Think about the psychology of that moment. Jacob at a party with his ex, while his current girlfriend is living in Paris trying to find herself. The optics were terrible, but more importantly, it revealed where his priorities really were. If you're in a committed relationship with someone who's going through a major life transition abroad, you don't show up to parties with your ex. You either support your partner or you end the relationship. Jacob chose option 3, pretend everything was fine while emotionally checking out. 2 days later, People magazine published the exclusive that ended it all. Olivia Jade Giannulli and Jacob Elordi have broken up, People has learned. The source was clear. They recently decided to call it quits, quickly followed with their own coverage, emphasizing the on-again, off-again nature of their 4-year relationship and confirming it was finally over. The media reaction was telling. Instead of shock or surprise, the overwhelming sentiment was, finally, and it was inevitable. The Hollywood Gossip wrote about how the couple had been going around in circles for years. Entertainment outlets treated it like the natural conclusion to a relationship that had been on life support for months. But here's the real reason their relationship failed, and it's not what you think. It wasn't distance, it wasn't career pressure, it wasn't even the on and off pattern. The real reason Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade Giannulli broke up is that they were never actually compatible. They were just addicted to the drama of trying to make an impossible relationship work. Jacob is a serious actor at the peak of his career, focused on building a legacy in Hollywood. Olivia is a lifestyle influencer rebuilding her brand after a family scandal, trying to find her identity outside of her parents' mistakes. They're both incredibly driven people, but they're driven toward completely different futures. The on and off pattern wasn't romantic, it was toxic. Every time they broke up, it was because the fundamental incompatibilities became impossible to ignore. Every time they got back together, it was because they mistook sexual chemistry and emotional intensity for actual love. They spent 4 years trying to force a square peg into a round hole, and everyone around them was too polite to point out it would never fit. The Paris move was Olivia's final attempt to create space for personal growth, but you can't grow in a relationship that keeps pulling you back into the same destructive patterns. Jacob's absence from her European adventure wasn't about his busy schedule. It was about his inability to support her journey because he was never fully invested in their future together. What's next for both of them? Jacob will likely throw himself into his work, using his newfound single status to focus on the career that was always his real priority. Don't be surprised if he's linked to someone new within months, someone who fits better into his Hollywood trajectory. Olivia, meanwhile, is already living her best life in Paris, documenting her journey of self-discovery for her millions of followers. This breakup might be the best thing that ever happened to her, forcing her to build an identity that isn't defined by who she's dating or what her parents did. The real tragedy of Jacob and Olivia's relationship isn't that it ended, it's that it took 4 years for them to admit what everyone else could see from the beginning. They were never meant to be forever. They were meant to be a lesson about the difference between loving someone and being compatible with them. So here's my final verdict. Jacob Elordi and Olivia Jade didn't break up because of distance, career pressure, or bad timing. They broke up because they spent 4 years trying to build a future on a foundation of sexual chemistry and emotional intensity instead of actual compatibility and shared values. The real shock isn't that they broke up, it's that it took them this long to realize they were fighting for a relationship that was never meant to survive. What do you think? Was this breakup inevitable from day one, or could they have made it work if they'd handled things differently? Drop your theories in the comments because I want to know if you saw this coming or if you're genuinely shocked it's finally over. And here's what I'm curious about. Do you think Jacob will go back to dating models and actresses, or will he surprise us with someone completely different? Will Olivia's Paris era lead to a European romance? Let me know your predictions below. If this deep dive into their 4-year roller coaster opened your eyes to the red flags you might have missed, smash that like button and subscribe for more no-holds-barred celebrity relationship breakdowns. Hit that notification bell because I'm already investigating the rumored Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson secret meetups. And trust me, what I found will blow your mind. See you in the next one. And remember, sometimes the most shocking truth is that the writing was on the wall all along.